Okay, so you called.
Right. So you showed me emails yesterday which you suggested that Jim Wright was improperly emailing about a bidding process. But what you didn't show me was that the emails were actually addressed to the state officials who were responsible for it. So he wasn't doing anything improper. He was actually mailing the state officials. And as you know, the process is that the state is responsible for putting out the bids, awarding the contracts, and everything we enter into is with their approval. And so I just wanted it understood that when Jim Wright mails state officials, it's what he should be doing. It was a totally appropriate thing for him to do.
So they're Jim's.
They are Jim's emails to Barry Allen Tech, the state representative, for the bidding process.
So this is on the state.
It was a full partnership between the city and the state. There was nothing inappropriate about this. There was nothing wrong with doing a set price contract. And everybody on the city and state side knew it was a set price contract. And what the emails show is that Jim fully disclosed to the state every conversation. But I think what they did in the set price contract was right. I wish we'd have gotten more houses down. But it was a good pilot initiative to try to increase the rate of production in this town.
So nobody's denying the fact we're having discussions with contractors about prices.
This was a set price contract, so everybody had the same 52 cents a cubic yard.
Prior to the contract being
Exactly.
issued.
This is not a traditional bid. It is a totally professional process when you're going to have a set price contract to figure out at what price people were participating. We have a lot of contractors who own 3 or 4 excavators, what we would have called steam shovels. And they were getting us down 25 houses a week. We needed to get the major contractors that had 30 or 40 excavators and bring them down here. And so what the state and the city tried as a pilot was to go to them and say, okay, let's take the average price that we're paying now, 52 cents a cubic yard. If we did that, would you bring down your 30 or 40 excavators and come into the city in a big way? So the price wasn't relevant. The only thing that mattered was, do you have 30 or 40 pieces of equipment? Do you have 50 or 60 operators? We were trying to get the major players to come to town. And so everybody knew what the price was. There was no advantage on the price. You either had enough equipment to qualify or you didn't.
So just so soundbite TV. In totality, the thing you would say, you're at this one, not edited. We're here, you wanted to say what?
I just want to say that the emails that you showed me from Jim Wright were to the state officials responsible for the bidding process. It was totally open in the way it was handled. It was a set price for everybody at 52 cents a cubic yard, and we were trying to get the major contractors in the Midwest to come in. It was a process approved by the city, a process approved by the state, and was done totally openly.
So the state knew whatever Jim was doing, he had notified the state, and it's on the state.
It was a partnership between the city and the state. So we didn't do anything unless the state approved it, but it was the city and state both working together on this. But ultimately, under the contract, the state had to approve it, or the RFP couldn't have gone out and the contracts couldn't have been awarded. But it was a mutual city-state initiative that both of us were fully aware of.
Thank you very much.
All right.